Hello, everybody. It's Jenny here on the diet journey. As you know, I'm doing this 21-day challenge, which is, I don't know, I'm very confused as to what I'm doing. There's not a whole lot of parameters. Um, don't think I'm going to do it again because I don't think. But that being said, um, I'm doing okay on it. But I think I'd rather. Oh, it's hard to say. I'd rather do HCG because you don't eat any food on HCG. And you do eat food on this. But I certainly lose a lot more weight on HCG. So I'm going to be starting HCG soon. That being said, the next thing in the protocol after the menstruation stuff that I did in my last video was basically going over what the foods are in, or what the actual protocol says you can eat when you're on this diet. So let's lead right into that. I'm just going to read it verbatim right from the protocol today, which I've never done before. I've basically kind of interpreted and put in my own words and then added a lot of flowery stuff about my opinion on what I think we should or should not do. So I'm going to be very diligent about giving you exactly what the protocol says this time and try not to embellish it with my own personal opinions. Of course, whenever I give my personal opinion, I make it very clear that it's my personal opinion. Nevertheless, here we go. Oh my. I don't know what just happened. Let me close this and open it again. It just got huge. Okay. Um, so this part of the protocol simply says the diet. All right. It says the 500 calorie diet is explained on the day. Interesting that they don't explain it until this time, that they wouldn't explain it before the whole diet begins. Hmm. Okay, I'll go back and read it again. The 500 calorie diet is explained on the day of the second dose to the patients who will be preparing their own food. And it is most important that the person who will actually cook is present, be it the wife, the mother of the cook, as the case may be. Here in Italy, patients are given the following diet sheet. Okay, so we talked about Italy because Dr. Simmeons was doing this study in Italy back in the 1960s. All right, here is what the breakfast said you can only have. It says tea or coffee in any quantity without sugar. Only 1 tablespoon of milk allowed in 24 hours. Saccharin or other sweeteners may be used. Okay, that's it for breakfast. That's all you're getting for breakfast, folks. Lunch: 100 grams of veal, beef, chicken breast, fresh white fish, lobster, crab, or shrimp. All visible fat must be carefully removed before cooking, and the meat must be weighed raw. It must be boiled or grilled without additional fat. Salmon, eel, tuna, herring, dried or pickled fish are not allowed. The chicken breast must be removed raw from the bird. Okay. I wonder what. I guess because. Is there. I mean, I guess there's extra fat by the bone, so maybe the cooking process makes that migrate into, which I guess makes sense. If you eat chicken or turkey right off the bone, it is juicier and probably higher in caloric value than otherwise. That's interesting. Huh, learned something new here today. I don't cook anything on the bone anyway, it's just too much work. And then you have to take it all off, and so I think it tastes just fine not being cooked on the bone. So that's always been my. It's just funny that in this protocol, as much as I've done it, and as many times as I've done videos or watched things, I've never heard anybody actually point that out. But that's what it says in the, and it makes sense. Oh, that being said, I do sometimes get those chickens that are, those chickens that you can get for $4.99 at Costco. The roasted, and then I'll peel off all the skin in that, and then get the chicken breast and eat that. But I'm not supposed to do that anymore. Live and learn. All right. It goes on to say one type of vegetable only to be chosen. One type of vegetable only to be chosen from the following. Okay, so only one type of vegetable can you eat at lunch. You can't have three different kinds of vegetables, okay? One type of vegetable. You can choose from spinach, chard, chicory, beet greens, green salad, tomatoes, celery, fennel, onions, radishes, cucumbers, asparagus, or cabbage. Who would eat only onions? That being said, there are people who like onions and they just bite right into an onion and eat it. So I guess we all have different taste buds. I would never do that. I cook with onions, or I'll chop up onions and put it in, like, salsa or on a sandwich or something. But why would somebody choose to just eat an onion? I don't know. All right. So sad that this list does not mention mushrooms. All right, I'm going to say those one more time. The only vegetables that are permitted on this diet, and you can only eat one vegetable at a time. You can't mix your vegetables according to the original protocol. And those vegetables are spinach, chard, chicory, beet greens, green salad, tomatoes, celery, fennel, onions, red radishes, cucumbers, asparagus, and cabbage. All right. Next part of lunch says optional. You may have one breadstick, grissino, it says. Or I think we spell it grissini here in America. Or one Melba toast. Both of these can be found in your local grocery store. They're easy to come by. They had them in my local grocery store. I've never tried the Melba toast, but I've had the grissini sticks. All right, so that's optional. And then at lunch, you may also have an apple or an orange or a handful of strawberries or one half grapefruit. Okay, so you have your meat, your vegetable, your fruit, and possibly a little carb in the Melba toast or the grissini stick. All right. Again, I will reiterate the only fruits you can have are apple, orange, strawberries, or grapefruit on this diet, according to the original protocol. So it's one, and this one doesn't specify. I've read a lot of places that it says medium apple, but here it just says an apple, an orange, a handful of strawberries, depending on how big your hand is, and a half of a grapefruit. All right. What can we have for dinner? It says the same four choices as lunch. Well, there we go. All right. I reiterated again what everything is we can have. I didn't reiterate the protein, so let me go back. Um, you get 100 grams of protein. 100 grams. I didn't do the math. I should see if I can do that conversion while I'm here. I've always heard it. I'm guessing 100 grams is equal to 4 ounces because 4 ounces is what I always see. Let me see what is. If oh, 100 grams is 3.5 ounces. Wow. This is starting to come back to me. I think I mentioned this in a video a while ago. But I have 4 so embedded in my brain that I'll be honest with you, after you start doing this diet for a while, 4 ounces feels generous. It does. There are times that I've been under 4 ounces. Been a little couple times I've been a little bit over, but generally speaking, most of the time I have been under 4 ounces. And remember that this is pre-cooked weight, not post-cooked weight, because things are going to weigh more pre-cooked. So you're not supposed to weigh it afterwards because a lot of the moisture comes out of it during the cooking process and then it weighs less. So let me just reiterate one more time. Your choices of protein that you can have are 100 grams of either veal, beef, chicken breast, fresh white fish, lobster, crab, or shrimp. That's it. That's the original protocol. It's very clear cut and straightforward. I will go through next time some additional things that are permitted on the diet in terms of like condiments or substitutions or any kind of special accommodations. He does have some of that listed afterwards in the protocol, but I'm just going to keep it clear cut, short, and simple and just tell you this is exactly what the original protocol. If you want to stick to the original protocol and lose a lot of weight by doing so, that is what you need to do. I'll be in touch next time and give you more updates on other special things that you can do and eat while you're on this protocol according to the original protocol, not according to my own personal opinion or HCG 2.0, which has been a modified version of the diet that has developed over the years, or simply other things that you see and read on other blogs. We are sticking to Dr. Simmeons' protocol. All right, that's all for today. That's all I have. I'll be in touch and happy dieting to all of you. Good luck on the HCG diet. I'll be joining you soon.